time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40, 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready. Switch, yellow.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From the 27, Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. Finding room at midfield. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Hey, go field. Set.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, Mostert. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 47 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Diamador Lenore up to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Raheem Mostert, remember, he established himself as a special teams guy before becoming a good runner, and he's never been one to back away from contact as he's able to run through would-be tacklers there on his way downfield. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. The Niners had 3 and 8 on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ty Davis-Price, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 20.
And not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to...
There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this 1st half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Shotgun and then a handoff to Davis Price. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line. Down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
49ers 14.
On the set.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Ball red. Drill green. Ready.
Throwing now is Lance. throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Lance. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now they will run it with Davis Price. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 36, Lance. Able to find Gray here. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Off of play action, here's Lance. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
10 cycles.
Davis Price is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Lance toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, but there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Here we go.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Davis Price up the middle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Gold is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Let's go.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Slide 2. Black shot.
And Lance now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And oh, he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Calling luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 65 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
That's what I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a play fake. Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's another
Now a give up the middle. This is White. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action, now it's Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And this is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 28-24 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll power his way up near the 25. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd and goal, Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
A final shot before half for Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Gould with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
On play action, Lance rolling to his right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On the counter, Davis Price down to about the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Open man here is Gentry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Mostert a first down carry, and this will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossan.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
To throw, it's Lance. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Tua. That one complete to Hill. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and they end up making the play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Steal, check, steal. Strikers, 3,
Here's Mostert, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 15 now.
49ers 34.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Here we go, set.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And I think the ball's out.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Okay, ready? On the ball. Set, go.
They'll give this to Davis Price running right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Blue strike. Flag blue. Ready.
Throwing is Lance on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Running the slant, Gray with it. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the...
Davis Price hit, and he fumbles it. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this.
Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert 47 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters, and this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 67 yards. And the Dolphins extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd down, and again, it's Davis Price. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. There's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. And my goodness, another interception. picked off. Byron Jones.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation. But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
On the ball.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will